Yo, my people, damn, CFC, Redis Blue, back with another video. And I hope that you guys are having a good day. I hope that you have a good week. More life, more blessings. This is the match preview for the Chelsea versus Legia Warsaw game in the second leg of the Conference League quarterfinals. We are 3-0 up after the first leg, and we should be in the semi-finals. Let's just be honest. With the team that we have, we should be going all the way to the final. And after the first leg performance away from home, it should be done and dusted. And we should be able to rest a lot of players so that we can focus on the Fulham game this weekend in the Premier League, where we need to win these matches. We have to win these matches. So I just hope that we get the job done. Going to go through some things that Maresca said during his press conference, as well as my preferred XI, some match facts, and yeah, just my score predictions as well. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know any of your thoughts and opinions down below. Comment your score predictions. The winners will get a shout out in the review. And make sure to check out the watch along, which starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And yeah, vote on the poll who you think will win. Now let's get into the preview. And there wasn't anything said about any injuries. So realistically, we should only be without Mark Gu, Wesley Fofana, and Romeo Lavio. All three of them will not be available for this game, but everyone else should be fine and ready for this match. But for me, we have to be resting a lot of key players because we need to get as many points as possible in the Premier League, which is the most important thing this season. We are already 3-0 up after the first leg, a dominant performance away from home. Now it's about focusing this weekend on the Premier League. Legia Warsaw, no disrespect to you guys, but this should be a W. Or even if we lose, it doesn't even matter if we lose this game, as long as we just don't lose by a margin of conceding 4 goals, which I don't think is going to happen at all. We should be home and dry from the first leg. So let's just make sure that we can do these kind of things. But yeah, there's no injury news. In terms of Enzo Maresca, I'm not even going to talk about necessarily everything that he said in this press conference. There's been things that were said in the previous press conference after the Brentford game, not even the Brentford match, after the Ipswich game where we drew 2-2. If you haven't checked out my review, please check that out as well. This is, hey man, I think he was criticizing the fan base, saying that we need their support. Even in this press conference, he was saying that he needs their support. We need their support. And like the players, like they just need to be like having a lot more support. And to be honest with you, you can't be criticizing the fan base. You can't. That's not something that I'm gonna sit here and say that that's correct. Because even though at times fans that might be low, fans at times might be singing high. End of the day, they're paying their money to go and support the club. Like that's just the realness of it. The fans, like they are entitled. We are entitled to do as we please. It's down to the players to have the mentality to be able to deal with it, not be like, oh yeah, it's affected these players because that's weak mentality. We can't afford to have weak mentality. How can we have that kind of mentality and then eventually be trying to get Champions League football? How? How can we have that kind of mentality and be trying to even win the Conference League? Are you crazy? When we go away from home, like with the fans that they will have in other crowds, our fans at home, and they're mourning because they're 2-0 down against Ipswich. Ipswich, a team that's going to get relegated. We are in the right to say however we please, whether the supporters, not the supporters, whether the manager, whether the players agree with it or not. You guys are on the pitch. You need to be able to handle all of this. This is the whole reason why you get paid so much. Like, you have to be able to deal with this. Because if we are seen winning, in the same way after the goal got scored and we equalized in the Ipswich game, the fans were loud. If we are seeing good football, if we are seeing a positive performance, then we will be positive. But when we're always seeing is crap, we will not be happy and we will voice our opinion. Hence why, Maresca, you cannot be doing that. You can't. But then again, I'll have to go back to the things where man's talking about this ownership. Everything stems down from the owners. They, the way the mentality is. We cannot be affording weak mentality. We need winners, winner mentality. But this is what happens when we have so many young, inexperienced players, and it's down from the board all the way down to the players. It trickles down. The sporting directors, like these are the people that appoint someone like Enzo Maresca, and someone I know fans are going to be saying there, oh yeah, Maresca, we need to sack him. Da, 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 da. Personally speaking, that does not solve anything. And after the first season that he's had, having us in the top four for the majority of the season, more than half of the season, where last season, where we was only playing one game a week with an experienced manager like Mauricio Pochettino, we weren't even in there once, not once. I'm not saying that Maresca doesn't have any blame. I've said that he has to take blame for the way he spoke about the fans. He has to take blame for how at times he sets up the team. Like Cole Palmer, for me, should be playing on the right-hand side at times. In the cam area, he hasn't been doing a lot, even though he creates chances. But last season, he had a lot more freedom. I'm not trying to sit there and say that he needs to play there every single game, but at different times, change it up because our attack isn't doing enough. Hasn't been doing enough for this entire year. Hence why Kukurea is our highest goal scorer in the Premier League. Like, that's a defender. These are the things that shouldn't be happening. On top of that, I think he only has like 3 or 4 goals. That says it all. We need a different plan. We need like a plan B. But again, I'm not going to blame Maresca. This is his first season in the Premier League. And he has to deal with European competitions as well as Premier League, with the expectations of us wanting to be amongst trying to get Champions League football and eventually challenge for the Premier League title. This always goes back to the sporting directors who hired him, as well as the ownership. These guys need to sack Paul Winston-Lee. They need to sack Lawrence Stewart and bring in someone else, because you guys, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're gonna be able to not sell. If they was able to sell and give it back to someone that actually cares about football, then that would be brilliant. That would be brilliant. But when is that going to happen? I hope it happens as soon as possible, because these guys, ever since they've come in, we've been made to be a joke. But I just pray to the Lords that somehow, some way in the future, we can just be winning the important trophies, at least competing. We are an afterthought right now. We are in the UEFA Conference League, something that I didn't even want us to be in, but we are here. And we have to win it, because if we don't win it, we are going to be even more of a joke, something that we cannot have. We cannot be having to be made more of a joke. So please, I beg of you, Chelsea, let us win the Conference League, because we will most likely play Florentino or Real Betis in the final. We should be going to the final. So for me, like, the owners, you need to pattern up, sack these sporting directors. They've been here and they've assembled a team that's worth 1.5 billion. And look at what we have. Like, we still need a striker. We still need a goalkeeper, centre back. Like, fam, it's peak. But this is man's club. This is man's club. So yeah, man, that's just some thoughts and opinions on Maresca, what he said in the press conference today, as well as after the Ipswich match. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. In terms of like any match facts, like this game, European, Stamford Bridge, yeah, man, we Legia Warsaw, they're 3-0 down. We need to win this game. If we win this game, we advance to the semi-finals, which is something that we have to do. I don't necessarily know too many other match facts, so sorry about this. But yeah, man, now it's going to be time for my preferred XI. And my preferred XI is going to go like this. Goalkeeper, Philip Jorgensen. Right back, Josh Achempong. Centre backs, Trevor Chalobah and Benoit Badiashile. Left back, Mark Cucurella. CDMs, Kiernan Drewsbury Hall, as well as Enzo Fernandez. Left mid, Jadon Sancho. Left mid, Tyreek George. Right mid, Jadon Sancho. Cam, Christopher Nkunku, striker, Shim Muhaka. Personally speaking, I think that this is the team that I would like us to. This is the team that I would like us to see in this game. You shouldn't be playing Cole Palmer. Rest Reece James. Do not be playing Reece James in this game. Play him for the Fulham game because he missed the game before. We cannot be playing him in this. We need to play him in the important games, which is the Premier League games, if we want to get Champions League football. We have to. Moises Caicedo needs a rest. 100%. Noni Madueke, Pedro Neto, bring them off the bench. Mark Cucurella, like, he might play Malo Gusto, but Mark Cucurella needs to play. Don't play Robert Sanchez, whether it's in this competition or another one. Josh Achampong deserves some game time. So, yeah, man, that's just my preferred XI. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you agree with it? Let me know in the comments. And now for my score prediction for this game, I'm going to go with a 3-1 Chelsea score prediction. I think that we will win this game. Legia Warsaw, all they done last game was just camp, not attack a lot. And even though this team this team, if it is picked, is weaker than the previous game, we can still win it, personally speaking. So I just hope that we do. Shimu Heko deserves some game time. Playing Kunku in his preferred position. Don't play him as a striker because he's not a striker. I hope that that's just what happens. So yeah, man, that's going to be my preferred XI as well as my score prediction. That's going to be the end of this review. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you've gotten this far, thank you for your support on the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Let me know any of your thoughts and opinions down below. And I will see you in the watch along tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, my people. And as always, come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.